Hello everyone, this is B. Apologies for my voice. I am extremely sick for literally like the third time in the past 2 months. I had a cold and I had to completely just stay in bed. I couldn't do anything. Then I got my wisdom teeth out, so I had to stay in bed and not do anything. And now I'm sick once again. But I got tired of not doing anything, and I'm not literally dying, so I decided to at least make a speed paint. So all introductions aside, I have never done like a drawing or a piece this big before, or like one that's taken this long. Overall, it took me 8 or 9 hours, and it was absolute hell, let me tell you, because I don't usually draw backgrounds. I don't usually draw this many characters in relation to each other interacting with the background, and I don't know how to color or shade backgrounds either, so this was a lot of firsts. My most complicated drawings that have had like props or backgrounds before took half of the time that this drawing took, and so it was a wild experience, right? Like the poses you can see with both Hunter and Amity, I could not do those side profiles, right? And at one point I was like, oh shoot, is Gus too small? And like the line art, I had to resize my canvas a bunch of times because it looked really pixely, and then I had to redo the line art for Hunter at one point because it was pixely, because I had to keep resizing him. But I'm extremely proud of how the end product came out. And so here I'm just trying to figure out most of the background. Most of the background is directly referenced from the show. Also, it makes me so sad. They all drew their families back in the demon realm. Notice how Amity didn't draw her mom. I just kind of gave up on the middle drawing there. I like that their basketball hoop has a plant in it. You're going to see this a bit later, or if you scroll back to the beginning, but why would you do that? I'm so proud of how the lighting on those fairy lights came out, because that was just me fucking around with settings. Oh shit, I probably shouldn't. My mom watches my videos. I'm gonna bleep it out, it's fine. You can see here I'm starting to mess around with layers. I'm putting them on multiply layers, and here I'm just trying to make them more distinct, I guess, because I was just so confused. I was losing my mind. I was going bananas over this, and that was the black and white picture part that I posted on my community tab. Coloring actually went pretty fast. I usually don't just do an eyedropper. I don't select colors from the images when I'm drawing characters. Sometimes I do for skin tone, or if I can't figure out, or if it looks muddy or whatever, but usually depending on the lighting, the color for the character looks kind of different, and so I do funky stuff with lighting anyway a lot of the time, so it's just not worth it to eyedrop it. But if you have a character sheet like you do on screen now of human V or whatever, then it can be really helpful to just directly eyedrop it. And I think that, mostly for cartoons and stuff, they don't do a ton of weird stuff with lighting in normal environments, and for this one I needed to just directly eyedrop the background and stuff anyway, because I had no idea how to color that. Also, speaking of me being sick and when I got my wisdom teeth removed, that was it was the most horrifying experience, because I'm pretty decently afraid of needles, and this lady, she was talking about it. She's like, oh, I've never done it like this before, and it took her 6 tries to get the needle in, and I'm gonna be making a video about that, because there is so much stuff that happened in that whole, it was just a whole ordeal, right? And I did not like it. Also, because of the fact that I was sick, I was completely unable to go to D&D, and I'm the DM of the session, right? And so I cannot miss it. If you don't know, in D&D, the DM or the GM is the dungeon master or the game master, and they like literally are the game. So like trying to play D&D without a DM/GM is like trying to play a video game with no controller or system or video game or screen. So like it doesn't really work, you know? And so like I was like, oh, you know, only like 2 people can show up, I'll just put it off, and then, you know, whatever. And then I got sick, and then I got my wisdom teeth, and then I got sick again, and you know, at this point I'm just going with it. So D&D this weekend, I'm very excited. Or by the time I'm posting this, I might post this on Halloween, so if it's Halloween, happy Halloween. You know, Owl House is a pretty good show for Halloween. It's part of like Disney Plus's Halloween collection, you know. I just don't know. It's been a bit of a rough month. I had like SAT stuff along with all of that, which is just more work, and just, you know, surgery sucks just in general. But yeah, I'm really excited for D&D this weekend, mostly, or yes, like 2 days ago, by the time I'm posting this, I'm not sure, because it is nice and spooky. Hopefully no one that's part of my campaign will watch this, probably not, because I don't think they know about my YouTube channel, or if they do, I don't think they watch it. That it's about this plant thing that disguises itself as a fair maiden and whatnot. You know, Audrey 2 looking plant thing. 2 of my players are imposter players. Into its own image. And if you don't know, a Sicilian is like this worm thing. And so I use OpenShot, which is the most shitty program you could ever use, but it's free. But I should be done by now. Anyway, here's the final product. Thank you guys for watching. I'm even more sick than I was when I first recorded this video, if you can't tell by my voice, but I need to film an outro and card thing. So here it is.